collective energy reading. Please only always take what resonates. Always leave the rest for the best. Don't stress, because the stresses lay within inside of you. It's that Ja'ara's window. That's when you have to gain that perspective, looking at yourself, healing, releasing, letting go, cut these cords, because you have to stop lying to yourself. Let's just clear this energy on 1, 2, 3. Please turn it on down. It's that deep sense of emotional healing. You can see from these family members and friends, those people in your community, you have to get this inner standing, nurture, release it, heal it, because you can see your name's mentioned in places that you're not even walking into. It's because you're pure, you're moving. It's that pure fun you hold. When you walk into that room, you can see you're just bringing that joy. People bring drama and excitement. You've got this more excitement of joyful, childlike spirit. You can see when you're moving, that spirit within inside of you to grow. It's that inner standing. It's what's shaping you. It's when you've got that serenity, that sovereignty within you, and that confidence. You can see certain people were so self-assured. There was fire because you was outgoing. They wanted this limelight. They wanted to be seen. You can even see social media when you're posting and it's not posted to what it's meant to be. You gain that inner standing to be able to overstand, to be able to look at things from a different perspective. 2, you can see you're a feminine. You're having these losses when people are working and how they're holding their self in public. Have you got that confidence and inner peace? Because these divine feminines, masculines, family members as well as friends, they're having stress. They were speaking about you in places that you hadn't even walked in, even people overseas. You can see it's maybe about the law, the religious factors, the way how you grew up, the way how you communicate, the way how you've got this inner standing there institutionalized. Even you can see when they want to try and lead and dominate over you, infrastructures, churches, schools, you can see this educational systems. When you're moving, you've got that inner standing to protect yourself. You know those wicked rulers who dominate in higher places. You're of that element. You're just releasing, enabling yourself to grow. Because you've got that inner standing. Because it's turning us again, oh Lord. It's that cause they face to be able to shine. And we shall be saved. That's when you're gaining that perspective, insight. Because thou makest us a strive unto thy neighbours, those family members and the friends. Our enemies laugh among themselves. Turn us again, O God of hosts. That mind, that thoughts, that wisdom, that inner standing to overstand, and cause thy face to shine, and we will be saved. Because thou hast brought a vine out of Egypt, that stress, that lack mindset, or that heartache, that hurt, that pain. You can see when people blocking you, stopping you, your creative skills, enabling to be able to move, express yourself. Even when you're posting social media and people are blocking you, when you're moving to your hopes and the wishes, you're enabling the collective to have that inner standing to connect to yourself. Get out of that mind, because I am love, I am joy, I am peace, I am achieving my goals. Thou hast cast out that heaven that's in that mind, that thought, that wisdom, that planted it. What family, friends, and who programmed you to make you have that lack mindset, to make you feel like you're not able to grow, like you're not your true unique self, like you can't see. It's that strength within inside of you. You see, when people, what was they was manifesting, was you gambling and risking, or was you acting? Because when you've got these children and you're creating these children, who you're creating these children with, because you have to identify, it's that good host. Are you being that good host, enabling people to have that pivotal part to grow? Because thou have brought the vines out of the Egypt and have planted it. Thou prepared it, that room before it. You see, when people was planting and preparing that table in front of those enemies, and this caused it to keep and take that deep root, and it filled that land. So you can see when they deep what was rooted within inside of them, their heart, their emotions, their thoughts, their whole body, their land. Because their heels were covered with that shadow, that dark aspect of their self, illusions, confusions, obsessions in that underworld. And that brought thou where you had to go to that goodly cedar So you have to transform, change. You can see those people who was idealistic, those top elites, occultists, blocking, stopping your mind. You can see that fundamental approach, what they came towards you, it was dominance. You had to know that smoke, even thinking of something, you should know all things come in time. From the eyes upon that autumn tree, you can see those symphonies, even of summertime. It's that treasure that you get that awakening, because that autumn, it's dark, those leaves, the things before, and you can see those emotions, release it, it's healing. You're traveling. You can seek, it's that truth of inside of you, and you feel things, most things are divine, pure, fruitful, and divine. Because she sent her borers out to the sea, and her branches onto the river. Why hast thou broken down her edges? So all thou which pass by the way, pluck her, those family members and friends speaking bad about you. You have to cut these cords. You can see, you gain that perspective, because your reality is shaped how they see the world, how you see the world. From the eyes upon that autumn tree, you have to release those family members and friends. You have to connect, because all things come in time. Knowledge, wisdom, understanding to overstand, that creative ability. You can see when these people was risk-taking and gambling, those relationships. You can see even when you're taking these holidays and you're working hard and you're having that relaxation time. Are you gambling yourself? Do you know who you're walking with? Are you speaking? Are you standing within your truth? Because it's that pivotal part when you got these leaders on, you got that wisdom, because it's spiritual wisdom. When you're traveling and you're moving, it's you releasing, connecting to your ancestors. You can see you have to stop lying to yourself, because you see that denial. Daniel, you get that Niall, who was loyal. Len, Lena, Dan, Danny, D. You seen that deal? You get that dial to that divine. Connect to yourself. You can see those blocks. Who was cock blocking you? You seen those family members and friends. It was the mind, your thoughts, our path, our oath. Now they're looking back to that oath, that covenant, that trust, that will and testimony that you had. It's that truth to be told. When you're clear, you see, it's rare, what was real. And that's the fogs. You can see those reels of fogs of emotions, those thoughts. When you're blocking yourself, you can seek that truth. You can see when family members was friends, two-faced, you start bridging those gaps, interconnected. Groups, social groups, working, who you're working with, family, friends. When you're out, are you partying? Are they speaking that truth? Are you connecting, interconnecting with that divine? Or have you got that dog? Am I thinking? Because this is that moment when you're looking at those demands and you have to be honest towards yourself. Because is not. Also, he's nasty. They could have been nasty, arrogant, and egotistical, causing illusions and confusions. Because that's that boar of the wood, doeth waste it, and the wild beast of the field doeth devour it. Return with beseech thee, O God of hosts, that wisdom, that knowledge, that understanding to know better, to do better. Look down from that heaven, that mind, see it from a different perspective. Behold, and return, visit the vine, that tree of life, that wisdom, that heart unlock, and that vineyard which is right hand. That right hand, that consciousness awakening is those branches of the mist. It's strong for thyself, for you to have your understanding, for you to gain that spiritual wisdom, for you to be that leader, Leo energy, brave, protect. You can see when people are stubborn and controlling, family, friends, partners, it is burned with that fire, because you have that strength to go overcome. You have that passion and that energy. You can see when people have that aggressive, controlling energy. You have to stay balanced. Speak your truth, even when your voice shaked, because you had to identify it was that fire and you was burning down. They perished at that rebuke. You knew you had to rebuke them, because it was that consciousness. Let their hand be upon the man of the right hand, upon the son of the man who's at the midst of that straw, their strong self. So you had to stand strong, firm. Firm, it started as a rock, they just can't stop you now. Even when they say this and that, they just can't stop you now. Because you're just going to the hermit. You have to protect yourself, that hierophant. Gain that wisdom. You can see when your people go in church and they're praying to the Most High. Are you praying on Jesus? Or are you praying onto that spirit within inside of you? Are you inspiring people with that positive energy? Because this masculine now is getting inspired. They're getting awakened. I am. Because I am that I am. Let that hand be upon the man of that right hand, for that strongest for thyself. So you will not go back from thee. Quicken us, and we will call upon thy name. That spirit within inside of us, that most high God, to be able to turn on us. It's that host, it's causing that face to shine, and it will be saved. Those divine feminines and masculines, they're looking back to their self. They're having that awakening. 10, 16, tower moments. They're going through. They need healing. You can see they gambled, took risks. They need to identify about this child. They could be seeing about this partners and the choices they made. They may be having these losses, stress, grief, 5 of cups, all in their feelings and emotions. Take this all as it resonates, because it's that knowledge. You got the key, you've got the secret, you've got the key to that masculine's way. Yeah, because it's psychic abilities. When you connect to your heart, you look at that perspective, you can see those people couldn't block you, stop you, move forward, you release. You can see, tell this truth about this family member, a friend, this divine feminine, masculine, who they was working with. They could be going to prison. There's people who've got social awareness of in this masculine. 7, inside. You can see about contemplating when they was unbalanced and they weren't speaking this truth. 7, Libra, family, friends, who they was having a relationship with. Those open enemies. Dog starts barking, that big chatting you. You gain the inspiration, you're connected, bare noise, bare confusion, bare illusions, bare disruptions. They be trying to stop you. You've seen that inner standing, your creative skills when you're speaking, those structures, because you're firm foundations. You can see about when you got these relationships, they have these bad habits. They was causing illusions. You can see that was you was receptive. You had to stand firm, solid as a rock. They just can't stop you, no. Even when you have to delegate all those emotionals, you had to burst pressure pipes on these divine feminines and masculines' heads. Their pressures bursting their pipe, you seeking this truth. These family members and friends, they could be passing away. You could be seeing they could be going to prison. Now they need to go to hospital because they see your mysticism. They see you're a true high priestess. You've got these creative skills. It was bestowed upon, the gifts was bestowed upon you from the Most High. You got that interconnected with that divine. It's that oneness. That wisdom comes towards you. You got that perspective. It's that book of knowledge. Know we ledge. Know we ledge. You can see you're that ledge. The legislations, the laws. You see that wisdom. You go to that edge. Nedge. Noel, Beyonce knows. She even tried to be able to do it too. Feminine energy, draining energies, energy vampire, succubus. You can see when she speaks that truth about I went down to that and I did that and I did that. There was confusion, blocking people systematically, approaching money, finances, sexual energy, illusions, keeping you in low dense energies. Not caring, not nurturing, not providing, not supporting. You can see even when they play music and how it dominates you. You got that Wi-Fi connection to that divine. You can seek that truth because you see what was installed within inside of you. You was connected. Everyone, everything, in new lands, new places. You got that inner standing. 3, about when people are transacting money, creatively working for, speaking about this home. And who's dominating in that head and that mind, the earth energy balance. It's that looking, it's that yin to that yang. I want to love you and treat you right. I want to love you every day and every night. We'll be together with the roof all over our head. We'll share the same roof in our single bed. Someone's thinking about you. Is identifying you could be this divine feminine, this high priestess who's creative. You can see what was rooted and bestowed upon you. This gift is interconnected. You can see people was trying to be stubborn, blocking you, controlling these illusions. You have to see things from different perspectives, objectives. They was insecure. You got that sincerity. You can see when you're fair-minded because you balance, you've got these emotions. You can see expanding that peace. People try to stress you, cause you inner peace. These divine feminines and masculines, these family members and friends, they didn't have a lot of stress, blood clot, dog bark, or stress, because you was creative. You got a social awareness of you, you're eccentric, you're inner standing. 12, there was like blocking, stopping. You could see there was on that karmic cycle, and that was insensitive. Now they're sorry. And they had these addictive ways, the illusions. You can see now, you're that true divine feminine healing. releasing, letting go. That masculine's got a social awareness of you. You can see you're a part of their hopes and their wishes. You can see they're honouring you. They may be looking now because it's your original sudden changes happening for you. Justice being brought, balance. Take this all as it resonates. These are in Angman, their heads bossing, precious popping. They must be popping, shitting up because their belly's bubbling. They may be seeing their bellies bubbling now, their solar plexus and their sacral. Because it's that Ja'ara's window. When you look at that psychological tool, it's that 1955, when you have to see, when people's trying to block you, stop you, you got that interconnected with the divine. You mastered your craft. Those family members and friends, they didn't get that cause. And you didn't even understand, because they wasn't sympathetic. They were sympathetic bitches. They was block root chakras. You can see what was deeply rooted and caused within inside of them. It's that melancholy, these divine feminines and masculines are in their mind thinking now about those emotions. Because it's that improving, that self-awareness, it's interpersonal communicating when you're talking to yourself. I am in love. They're saying they're in love. They're getting empowered because they're evolving those emotions. You can see they're dreaming about you in their single bed. They're looking up because they see you're that love, that joy, healer of all ages with those psychic abilities, because it's that team of spiritual guidance protecting you from the dynamics. It's that traits and behavior, motivations, opening those hidden blind spots. You've seen the things from the unknown. You connect because it's that omniscience, omnipresence, that divineness, that divine feminine masculine, feeling that mystic blowing through the air. It's a mystic air. And if you listen carefully now, you will hear. Because you see those disclosures. If information, unknown, known, and not known to you, you ask questions, you see, you gain that inquiry, you get that insight. The Most High just provides it towards you. He lets you know your name's been tracked in places you ain't in. Family members and friends, now you can see they was blocking you, stopping you, because you was choosing that rightful path. It's that moment, it was effortless to respond. Even unknown information as to how I know about Ja'ara's window and where you get this information from, because yes, I studied Ja'ara's window when I was at university. It was you just gaining that perspective of oneself, being creative, trusting that divine. It was you moving towards your ambitions, your career, your status in the world. You got that understanding to be able to overstand. Divine feminine, divine masculine, I'm working on me, my past, my present issues. So they're gaining that knowledge, looking back to their past, present issues, relationships, who those expanded with. You can see that truth. They're feeling restless, stress, because it's that societal scripts, deep emotional connection as needing, treating, conformity, even looking at that responsibility of phenomenological. They're looking at that normalizing that captivity so deep. Those divine feminines accept inherited narratives without questioning them. Back in the cycle, detached, self-observing. You can see that feminine talking bad about you to that masculine, a family member, a close enemy, who they had a partnership with. Take this all as it resonates. They was hating, you was meditating, all because they wasn't inspiring. They didn't see you was that gem of life. They didn't have that wisdom, that understanding, that discernment to be able to keep and listen to that spirit. Because the cycle, it was detaching yourself. You had to see. It was therapy. They need therapy now, talking, because they had fear of like love. You learned the lesson. Karmic family in the Lord, I have righteousness and strength. Isaiah 4:6. A auntie, a cousin, a mom. Figure 6:10. There was blocks who weren't creative. Well, Cancer, Virgo, Taurus, Cancer, 28:16 having a tower moment, all because they didn't have that insight, or who they walking with and talking with, they didn't have that harmony and balance. Take that all as it resonates, because it was forced to compile. It was absolute necessities about who they were serving, working with, what they wanted. They wanted that 10, they wanted to grow, they wanted that your abundance, they wanted to master your craft, they wanted your wheel of fortune. There was like a karmic. You can see it was that physical strength. It was inseparable. You've seen that circumstances, bullying, beat. You can see it as psychological, verbal approach, intimidation. You can see it was passive, intimidate, instantly for fear, anxiety, until they comply. So those divine feminines and masculines, that feminine, she could have been doing spell work on that masculine for her home, blocking, trying to hold on for a child. Justice may need to go court, seek information. 12. You can see this truth. They're learning that lesson, that karmic lesson. You can see that big test. Now you can see they got that inner standing, releasing earth, with the earth sign. They didn't stay grounded, connected. They have these insecurities. They were spiritually and mentally blocked. Now they have this anxiety. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Take this all as it resonates. 11. They can see you're eccentric, you're freedom. You're that star. You're moving justice. You can see they've got to make a rightful decision. Because it was spiritual abuse, alleged, versus language of divine authority. It was scriptures, cosmic laws. So they was in the book. They was using the scriptures, just like I did, because I just read the book of Psalms on your ass. So anything that was put in towards me, those pits, those plots, what you tried to dig, you're going to have to stumble and fall. It only lasts for a bit, okay? Because you're going to have this loss of money. You can see they've lost a house this morning, a home, their mental and material goods, a car. Take this all as it resonates. You can see that truth to be told. People was trying to block you because it was that cursing. It was persuading. You can see it was compelling you to do something you don't want to do. By using force, intimidation, something brought or obtained by force. Court heard, defendant heard. Court heard is signing a false confession. They're signing false confessions. Take it all as it resonates. 3. Geminis. Speaking lies, governmental structures. You can seek this truth. AI, even when there was programming for communities, seek this truth about this home, that heart, their feminine, mother issues, illusions. Hina, they didn't have that strength to release it, to be able to heal it. 6, to bridge those gaps. You can seek that truth. Venus, they didn't have that love. And when they had that romance affairs and what they was valuing, and it was that outer world, you can see that inner thoughts, that's experimenting, and knew there was, well, I didn't mean to say experimenting, but they could have been experimenting. Take this all as it resonates, because they're having a fit. Leave them for that bit. Let them breathe. So they could be having a fit, because it's vulnerabilities. They're in their vulnerable stage. They're feeling stress and anxiety, emotional factors, because you're connecting to that divine. Vera, Luna, Lena, Billy, Tilly, Ren. Take this all as it resonates, because they're being open emotionally in that strength, not weakness. True, that's where you get and unlock. They're in that 4 of swords. 4 of swords, they're feeling stress, anxiety, emotions, because it's that authenticity. When you have to release, unlock that treasure chest, that heart, that wings, the angels up in the sky are jealous now, because you're releasing those emotions, you're unlocking. It's that pivotal moment, that psychological, mental. You're sharing those feelings openly with somebody. This divine feminine, masculine, could be speaking and wanting to be able to speak towards you. They may send you a message. Take this all as it resonates. They could be speaking to their mum, because it's that force, it's compelling. It's opening that path, that spiritual path, unlocking that key to the heart, the mysteries. That's when you have to go on that road, listen, open, pen, that oath, that epistle, that pen, what was written. You can see that Akashic records, that oath, path, path. That hat, that knowledge, it's wisdom. When you release, you need to know everything. You don't need to know everything. Just follow your heart, go with the flow, that ebb and flow, because it was that path. It reveals those seals, verses, those reels of emotion itself unfolding. You can see, this is love, this is love, this is love, this is love that I'm feeling. Flow. Because you let today unfold without that expectations. You're seeing that practice, openness, you're moving forward. 4. They may need to go to that ward. They could be in hospital, dying, a mom. Take this all as it resonates. At a time, me, mum, meant to me. That mum could have meant something to you. A child could be thinking about that mum. A passion. She hit him with that woo, with that one night, a passion. Hit him with that one night, a passion. That person could have thought that love, that might not have been that child. Now they're seeing that simplicity, listen to that spirit, connecting to that divine, that oneness, that truth to be told. They could declutter that truths, revealing the emotional intensity. It's fueling that creativity to connect to the heart, unlocking that compassion. You can see that inner standing. The fourth chakra, your heart chakra, that treasure chest. You can see that authority making you looking at those structures of stability in that home. They could be losing that home. There's no stability in their home, their heart, their mind, their body, their soul. Connecting, releasing, because it's igniting that spirit within. You can see it's awakening that path. They want adapting. That was resistance to that change. You can see that truth, that masculine, all because about where they were in that world, social world fulfillment. They now looking back towards you, that yin to that yang. They may see you as that fulfillment. They was running for money, lust and greed. You can see it's that decision. And it's true emotional. It's that satisfaction. Rue. Me to tell on a time Nile releasing lie, that satisfaction about a facts, sis by actions, sat, san is face, fact, teeth, come, some, so, me, for, from, within. So they're going within, they're seeing the information. It's thin. That line. You're our happiness. Pine, Hines. Sis. Our sis is not dependent, not pen, not ten, not truth, not got that wisdom, not got that creative skill, not got that inner standing. You can see about their reputation, how they hold themselves in public. 21, you can seek that truth, what's revealing, they're having that awakening. They can see your accomplishments. They may be wanting to be able to come and accomplish with you. They see all that happiness, and it's not dependent on external factors. You go within that spiritual wisdom. It's that truth to be told. You see the traditions when you connect to the ancestors. For you go socially where you've got that intimacy, it's awareness, self-awareness. Things from the known, the unknown, they're having a fit because it's arsenal, collections, it's store, stockable, weapons, military, equipped, physical, building. You've got that facilities for storage, manufacturing, repairing, weapons, spiritual ones, vast resources of anything, knowledge, arsenal, military felicities. It's deporting that royal armories, museums, national institutions dedicated to arms and armor, deep, philosophical, symbolic, personal meanings. When reflecting back, it's universal human existence, understanding the duality of human, your armor, your self-provision, your skills. You're that magician, you're that master of your craft. You got that inner guidance. You can see it's resources. They was all in their ego. You seen these direct causes of what's to why, to what, because of money. They were stubborn, blocked in that low dense energy, not listening, not balanced, unbalanced truth to be told. That duality, they didn't bridge those gaps. They didn't connect to those four corners of their mind. You can see they was fighting and aggressive. It was survival weapons that you had to have. Self-preservation. It was that power. Even when ongoing battles and conflict, people, family, friends lying about you because they've got a social awareness of you, watching you, creatively speaking. That dark side, those divine feminines and masculines being fear, held a lot of anger, that selfishness. It was controlling others. They couldn't control you because you moved with that love. You walked off. You could see it was their ego. You was a part of that fulfillment. They was full of shit. Back up your energy. Feel locked out. So you can see the equal ties, equal chords. And now they're feeling those emotions.
There is something you should feel those things are divine. If your heart is true, your spirit too, then what you want will want you.
So if there's what you want will want you. When you draw back your energy, you can see those divine feminines and masculines, they was blocked. 154, because that's embracing that new phase. That's when you look and you see your own hidden resources. Keep moving forward. Step up, step on. That's when you're going towards that fulfillment. You end those cycles. You're embracing that new phase of life. When you open your heart, you're trusting that divine guidance. You see, open that path. It's Greek, it's conscious, it's altio, it's asking, being requested, is an encouragement sign. Confidently bringing your petitions before you. It's that divine, it's critical, it's resilience, inner strength, bravery. You are able to stand firm, discipline to overcome life's this cycles. It's like the Kapalian. You got that philosophical knowledge, or you got that Malakoff, that wisdom. It's your kingdom, philosophical, connecting to that oneness, your ancestors. It's nurturing interest. You see, humanitarianism work, helping, enabling the collective. You're like a teacher. Organized structures. You can see you're achieving, helping others to achieve their true self. It's mastering Capricorn energy, overcoming. You see that commonness and what keeps people moving. You're connected. You can see what's haunting and who you're alongside. Is it perfect pitch when you're speaking? Somebody maybe wants to come and have a perfect pitch towards you and speak, because I'm too laid back to be fake. Real out here. So you're too laid back to be fake. You're real. That's why when you're planting these seeds, it's real. You're coming from a good heart. Job 23, you've seen that truth, speaking wisdom, wise words. You can see these people were blocked in low dense energies, sexual, they had monitoring spirits. You can see you had to honor yourself, speak that truth, protect, that was having your inner peace, acceptance, accept shit you can't change, courage and wisdom for you to know better. 12, and those karmic cycles, you're seeing those secrets about those elements, even people who are spying, watching you, high people, high places. 16, causes stress and conflict. These divine feminines and masculines. There's a death, that feminine. 2, 5, high people, actor. 12, secrets, locked up, prison, died. 16, in that home. Take this truth, take this truth, take this truth. Someone who is a rebel against the light, they know not the way of, nor abide in the path of. No eye shall see me. 8, distinguishes. You see these inheritance, family members and friends, these high people, occultists, the mistress. He's seeking this truth. His face, they know not the light. They didn't know who you was. Bob Marley, I want to love you and treat you right. I want to love you every day, every night. We'll be together with that roof all over our head, and we'll share a shelter for that single bed. We'll together with the roof all over our head. This is love, this is love, this is love, this is love that I'm feeling. Is this love, is this love, is this love, is this love that they're feeling? 'Cause I'm willing and able. Now they want to put their cards on the table. Speak the truth. I want to love you and treat you right. Now they want to take charge because they're aching. Take this all as it resonates, because they could be asking and receiving. They was blocked. It's that sacred plan. It was divine timing. You may need to be able to wait for divine timing, because about these actors. Tion. Take this all as it resonates, because it's learning, that passion, unlocking that heart, that key, that wisdom, enabling yourself to be able to grow. Because you cut these cords and let go and let it pass and let shit breathe. Because you can see that resistance to change. They're releasing those people from their past, shaking off that tree. You have to shake off family, friends, and take a step back, because it's that sacred plan. So you'll be taking that step back, because you'll be having that composure, releasing, healing, balancing, that duality, that force. You can see pressure, busting their pipes. They're connecting, bridging those gaps. You can see Aquarius energy. You're that paradigm buster. Other people sent them. Family members and friends, chat shit, lie. Sociology, culture, collective. Okay, for people, backgrounds, different backgrounds, cross seas, cultures, you can see, understanding that truth. It's conditioning, collective conditioning, the ways, consumer goods, social media, structures, it's shaping those divine feminism, masculines, the karmic desires, alienation, social reels. You see in that spectrum, successful, even forced integration, those shaped by the broader fabrics of society. So you're understanding this truth about what structures do these leaders in higher places, these masters try to master over other people, breaking the lower nature of myself. So they're breaking that lower nature because it's that stop lying. Media identity, it's frequently examined through how we, the collective, assimilate cultures. You hear these warnings? Norms, how you develop share emotional frameworks that normalize certain behaviors, social conditions, sociology processes. It's training the collective in society to respond in a manner generally approved. Society in the general peer groups, inherited norms, structures, customs, ideologies, manifesting of social conditions, vast patterns, relationships, friends, looking for the illusions, money, lust, greed, jobs, culture. You can see the best music to block you, stop you. You can see when you're out partying, socializing, and you're meeting these partners where they're blocking you, causing these illusions because it's stupid. It's that shade is real. Those family members and friends, you feel it. It's a mirror reflection. It's a duality, Taurus energy. Feel it. What you put out, you come back good, bad. It's way in your heart as light as that feather. The Nubis energy of wise. When you have that death, it's a spiritual death, mental death, emotional death. It's that test. Did you release it? Did you heal it? Did you learn? Did you connect? Because it's that stubble, that table, tube. You can see that test tube where you blocked in your mind because that comments, what was meant, what was sent. Even common, they could have said you was common because you was revealing, you was healing the things that was hidden in that den, in your mind. You fanned certain people off because they had that resentment. You seen it was rest. You could have had to have this emotional detox from these family members, these friends. It says, send me all signs, sons, sings at Rita, me. Take this all as it resonates. Shade, she, he, add, ever, sly. They could have been saying people are sly. You see, it was that divine timing. It's about your learning, about your earning, about the experiences, about what you're expressing. Rhine, rent, re. They was preying on you, those family members and friends. Take this all as it resonates. My nose starts itching. About this ring. You take this all as it resonates. Somebody could be looking at this ring. A marriage. Who they was to, because it was glamour, rising, and you got a social awareness of you speaking that truth, standing within your power, creative skills, mastering your craft. You can see these leaders, occultists, masculine, blocking. They are on that karmic cycle, letting go, what they were sacrificing. Take this all as it resonates. They could be letting go of a home, because that glamour, our, sing, about that was singing, lame. They could be shit. The rumor, lamb, law. Take this all as it resonates, because you see that rising. You're singing. You're stepping into your shine, speaking your truth, because you step in our shine, because you step in those family friends' shine. You step in their light. You're overpowering them with that truth. They don't like it. Maybe because you stand out. It's the way that you dress. You got this divine energy. You got that omniscience. It's your omnipresence. It's your light. You got that confidence, because our confidence dies as soon as you step into that light. They didn't rate you because you get the better ratings. Dates. Take this all as it resonates. Outward, you can see they looking, they got that physical, they just use their beauty, that lust and that greed, where you go with inwards. You can see now they're having these losses because they could be looking like shit. These people notice your glow because they're low. You notice that they're low mental capacity of their minds. You can see that one there, because you were detached from those family members with grace, those divine feminines and masculines. Yes, you do, because you know they don't do nothing for you if you're not enabling you, supporting you, assisting you. They're energy vampires, succubus spirits, blocking you, stopping you, because you see that backstage talk when they be lying. They be backstage talking about you now because there's conversations about you. It happens when you're not in the room. My nose is itching. I told you, 2 5s, 2 2s, the dogs are coming. These feminines, because they're not creative, because they haven't got these skills. They can't dominate over you. Even these people in higher places, family members and friends, half in, half out, because they're full of shit, chat shit. You see those fake smiles, you just smile in the face too, while they laugh behind your back. You just keep on moving forward because you detach. You see what action inside of them. Even technology, when they couldn't take away your knowledge from thee, because you was connected wires. The other day I was talking about MySpace. You know about your space. That's why they took MySpace off us, because we started decoding these codes. Did you clock it, guys? Because you were with it, that knowledge, the grace, because you was ace. You had that knowledge, that wisdom to understand, to overstand, healing, cleansing, relationships, people, friends, mentally, emotionally, financially. You've seen interconnected with astrology, numerology, Scientology. You've seen it all, what these people be doing, because you leave without any anger. You and yeah, people was telling you you're evil, always saying you're evil because you didn't follow back of them. You was not no fool. You knew the rule. You was divinely guided by that spirit. You weren't led by man. You knew you're not no shucky sheep. Told you in that basic book of information, don't be led by man. When these people trying to dominate over your mind, structures for stability, determined to block you. You can see about your insecurities when people's trying to bring out insecurities inside you. You had to release it because you was loyal, royal, creatively speaking, using your intuitions. You had to protect yourself. Take this all as it resonates. Prevention was protection. The Most High God withdrew you from certain people. It's out. Something could be out. Information about these people, this feminine, publicly, warning about these losses. You can withdraw with it. You can see it, that noise. Your peace, because you got that ace and it stays intact. Your heart, those emotions, your cup runneth over because you was fruitful, pure, divine. You was true. You wasn't fake. You wasn't half in or half out. There was half in, half out. You can see you cut those cords. You listened to that spirit. You still provided that love, that joy. You still walked away. So you could have been half in, half out. Take this all as it resonates. Taking the dog for a walk. Those emotions, because it's energetic, it's sense of me, releasing, resources, somatic, bracing, describing, dissuring, awakening. They're letting go. You can see they could be letting go. They're having that awakening. Bad habits, to roll with love, joy, peace. You had to let go of those divine feminines, masculines. Now these masculines are connecting because of the way they're feeling about those habits, emotionally connecting. They're connected to that feminine energy, unlocking that treasure chest. Sunny today, warm and nice. So it could be sunny today, warm and nice. It's integration, it's belonging, organizing that faith, looking at that critics of admissions, first commissions, looking at that sacrament, holy enchantment, and orchestra, I can't get it out. Right, Mercury retrograde, connecting to that black side divine, inner standing, spiritual awake, third eye activated, knowledge, wisdom, 7, 3, 8, connecting, family, friends, speaking, social awareness of you, even people, high places. 3 to 7 year olds, it's that transformation, confirmation, license by a minister, official, reception, full, fellowship, religion, communion. 18, they have these illusions, these occultists in high places to block you. You have that interconnection. These divine feminines are recognizing, taking that action to transform. They're seeing it's that Jupiter flying across that loop for you. You're moving with your achievements. Push through insecurities. You got this. When people telling you insecure, you push through those insecurities because you have this. Let's just get some letters and then we're done. Because thank you guys. Just please put a like on it. Hope it got with you and you got this knowledge, because this is wisdom. This is general information, guidance from the divine, providing you that information to enable you to be able to grow, understand, geographical, cultural, genetic. You can see the laws of the land. You get that pep step. You met Egypt, ancient Shemitic knowledge. vet. You could take your pet to the vet. Let Yvette. Oh my gosh, my ancestor, R.I.P. Yvette. Gem. You're that gem. It's that pivotal moment when you get that awakening for that truth to be told. You are that love. You are that light. Heal. You could be healing something. Well. Sell. You could be selling something. September could be significant. Yep, earth sign energy, creative, nurturing, mother figure, providing, supporting, assisting, growing. 6, accomplishment, victory. Fully. Tulip could be significant because you're growing. Purple, that's awakening, that truth. You see, justice could be coming towards you. Get me full. Get me well. Somebody wants them to get you well. You're that healer. They need your healing power. Let. That's me, Colette. All my days. A vet, pet. They may see you caring, nurturing, providing, assisting. Way. That gem. Take this all as it resonates. Tell you my true future. Tell you my future. They could see that you be telling the future. You could be seeing what's happening. Fundamental truths. Egypt. Connecting to the ancestors, those pharaohs. You can see those people, wicked rulers, high places on the walls, the Semitic, what's going on in them walls. This ancient knowledge. You got the truth. They tried to alienate you. You connected to your alien DNA. The archetypes. It's lineage. Scriptures. The writings on the walls. Semitic. Shemitic. You see the cannibals you identified. Well, true.